channel all about me, Jake Ace Magician and children's entertainer. Now today's going to be another little vlog, and this is quite a fun little vlog for me to film. This is a birthday party vlog. Yes, I've got a birthday party to do today over in Norwich in Norfolk in the United Kingdom. And I thought I'd do a little vlog of my day of doing a children's party, so you get to see exactly what goes in to making a Jake Ace party. Now my birthday party show is in the van, so I don't have to do any loading in. There's just a couple of bits I need to put in just before I leave, but I can't put them in until I leave because they're not ready just yet. So I thought I'd show you everything, what happens before a party, during a party, and then after a party as well. So this morning I've got to make about 30 balloons for today's party. I do pre-make my balloons, and that just allows us to have a lot more time at the actual party in the disco section to play games and do some party dances, because obviously making 30 balloons, by the time the children pick their colours, pick their choice of what models they want, that can take up quite a bit of time. And I like to have as much dancing and party games as we can during the disco section of the party. So I do pre-make my balloons. And when I do pre-make my balloons, I always go live on TikTok. Don't forget I am on TikTok as well. Simply search at Jake Ace Magician on TikTok and give me a follow. So you never know, you might be able to watch me make balloons live on TikTok one morning. So that's my first job. I've then got to go and just create the invoice for the remaining balance for the party, then have a shave and a shower, need to gel my hair up and get into my suit, and then it'll be time to leave and go to the venue for the party. Now, I'm not sure how much I will actually be able to film at the venue, purely because I'm not sure what the venue is going to be like today, because I've never been to this venue before. And as well, it depends on the consent from the parents as well. When they booked, I hadn't decided to film this video, so I will try and film as much as I can. I will still definitely film during the party. I don't know if I'll be able to get any footage of the actual show, but you'll have to wait and see when you watch the video if I do get any footage of the actual show, if I can get permission from the bookers of the party. So I'm now going to go live on TikTok and make my balloons. I'm going to keep the camera rolling, and that will be a bit of a time lapse as well. There'll probably be a few cuts where you hear me speak. But to make the balloons for the party, there's 4 things that I need. The first thing I need is obviously balloons. These are my balloons just here in my Aloha mini balloon bag, perfect for us balloon twisters like I do. That's the first thing I need. The second thing I need is, of course, a balloon pump. And this is the balloon pump that I use here. This is a premium Smart Twist balloon pump. It's a battery-powered balloon pump, a brilliant balloon pump. If you like a dedicated video on this balloon twisters, do let me know, and I will film an actual review of this. The next thing I need is some bin bags. Yes, I know they're not very pretty, but these are purely here just to transport the balloons from my house to the venue. So that's all they're used for. It's just the cheapest and most convenient way for me to transport the balloons to the venue. And the last thing that I need, it's not mandatory to make balloons, but when I make balloons, this is mandatory for me, and that is, of course, a nice cup of tea to keep me going. So I'm going to get ready and to go live on TikTok, and I hope you enjoy seeing what happens in my mornings when I go get ready for a Jake Ace birthday party. So everything is now set up for me to go live on TikTok. I've got my phone set up with the live stream about to go literally just next to the camera just here. I've got my big filming light. I've got you on my other tripod as well. So I am going to go live now on TikTok, and yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing me make around 30 balloons for today's party. I do overmake my balloons, so today there should be around 25 to 30 children, so I'll make about 30 balloons ready for today's party. They get a choice of a dog, a rabbit and a sword. They are the 3 most popular balloon designs that I do, that I've found to make at children's birthday parties. The reason I overmake my balloons is just in case extra children turn up, and then also if any pop on the way to the party, then I've got a few spares pre-made. I always take my balloon pump and my balloon bag with me, so in that case, if there is any additional children, which I haven't got balloons for, they don't lose out. They still get a balloon, because I can just make one there and then for them. I don't have to make about 30 balloons there and then at the party. So here we go. Let's go live on TikTok. I'm now going to start the live stream, so enjoy a little montage of me making these balloons. Right, we're going live. Here we go. Hello, Jake Ace Magician here. I am now live again on my TikTok. I'm just going to sort a few of these settings out. And there we go, I've just finished the TikTok live. So 30 balloons are now made. That's 10 dogs, 10 rabbits and 10 swords. So my next job now is I need to go and print off the invoice. I'm not going to show you that because that's got a lot of personal information on the invoice. Have a shave and a shower and then get into my suit ready for the children's party. So I shall see you when all of that is done and I get ready to go over to the venue. I'll show you the back of the van of everything that I've got inside there for today's children's party. And just like that, I'm now showered, shaved and suited, ready for today's party. So the only thing I've got to do now is put the balloons that I just made in the van and then put the box that I have, my rechargeable batteries and my iPad, and just a few little other things that I need to put in the van just before I go to a party. That's my next job. And then I've got about a 40-minute drive to Norwich, to today's venue. Once I get to the venue, I then will have to go in and meet the birthday children, because it's a joint party today, and then also meet the people who have booked me, and then load everything into the venue and set everything up. Like I said, I'll try and get as much footage as I can today. I'm just not too sure how much footage I'll actually be able to get from today's party, but I know I'll be able to get some, but I don't know when exactly I'll be able to film. So let's go and put the remaining stuff inside the van and let's head to the venue. And that is now everything inside of the van ready to go for today's children's party. So I'm just going to make a quick drink up and then get in the van and drive over to Norwich. So once we get there, I've got to empty pretty much the entire contents of the van ready for today's party. I've got a good trolley that I can use to transport everything in and out of the venue. So I suppose I'll see you next when I get to Norwich. And here we are, I'm now arrived at the venue. It's a very small space that I've got to park in. I'm going to struggle to get out the van here today. But yeah, arrived now. I've arrived about 10 minutes before I'm due to arrive. I just like to get here a little bit earlier, just in case that the book is already here. Give me an extra few minutes if they are here to load everything in and set up. So I'm going to try and get some footage of me setting up. Like I said previously, it just depends if the booker is happy for me to do some filming inside the venue. But yeah, so I need to start loading everything in now, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this video, everybody. So we've now got everything loaded into the venue, so all I've got to do now is, using a little bit of magic, turn this venue into a Jake Ace party. So here we go. party. I'm just going to set the magic up, and yeah, then we can crack on with the party. I won't film setting the magic up, but I'll do a video on everything is set up and show you the full setup here. And there we go, that is now the entire party set up. I'm going handheld so I can take you around so you can see the backdrop's all set up. Got my magic table here, got the trick just over here, and let's go and sneak backstage. I've got to be careful how I film so I don't get anybody else in, so my disco lights are set just up here. Then we go backstage. It's a little bit of a mess back here, but you can see everything here is backstage and ready. Charlie the Monkey's having a little rest down here, and got my PA system over there, my iPad set up over there. So yeah, I'm literally all ready to go now. We've got about 10 minutes before the party starts, so I've got to get my microphone on, and I'm all sound checked. I don't know how much you saw on that little montage of me setting everything up, but get a bit of an idea. It takes about half an hour to get everything set up, so it's not too bad. I'm not going to film during the show today, just that the hall is very, very echoey. You can probably hear on the microphone just how echoey it is, so I will let you know after the magic show how it all went, and then yeah, they're going to have a break for food after the magic show. They're going to do the fun disco as well, so hope you enjoy the rest of this little vlog. I am now back home from the party. Even though I did record some more at the party, listening back to the footage, the hall was so loud and really echoey. The audio didn't record right. You couldn't really hear what I was saying. So instead of trying to dub over an audio recording, I thought what I'd do is I'd just do a little summary when I got back home here. So yeah, the party went really, really well. So you saw me make the balloons this morning, and then you saw me travel to the venue and set everything up. I'm sorry you couldn't really see everything that I was setting up. It's just where the camera was. That was the only place I could really get that camera. But the magic show went really well, and all the children enjoyed all the birthday party dances and everything, and the birthday cake and the party food. So there's a little bit of behind the scenes what happens to setting up and putting on a Jake Ace party. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider hitting that like button, leaving a comment, and of course, if you haven't already, do click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Goodbye, everybody.